Before we begin, I want you to imagine a place hidden from the world. A town you've never seen. A town no map will ever show you. A place where everything looks normal until you look closer. Because in this town, there are no humans. Only things that pretend to be. And the one rule, the only rule, is written everywhere. In signs, in symbols, in whispers you can't quite understand. No humans allowed. Tonight's story follows two brothers who accidentally find a way in. And once they do, everything in that town starts hunting them. This is No Humans Allowed. It started with a shortcut. It always does. Ethan drove with one hand on the wheel, squinting at the narrow dirt road cutting through the trees. This doesn't look right, his younger brother Caleb muttered, glancing out the window. It's fine, Ethan said. GPS said it's faster. There's no signal anymore. Ethan didn't respond, because he'd just noticed that too. The trees felt wrong. Too close together. Too still. And the road, it wasn't on the map anymore. They saw it at the same time. A shimmer, barely visible, like heat rising off asphalt, that stretched across the road. What is that? Caleb whispered. Ethan slowed the car. I don't know. For a moment, he considered turning around. He should have. Instead, he drove through it. The world changed instantly. Not dramatically, subtly. The sky was darker, the air colder, and the town ahead was there, where nothing had been before. A quiet little town, streetlights flickering, shops lining the road, everything looking normal, too normal. Ethan parked. I don't like this, Caleb said immediately. Relax, Ethan replied, stepping out. It's probably just some weird... He stopped. There was a sign nailed to a post. Old. Hand-painted. The letters uneven. No humans allowed. Caleb laughed nervously. Okay, that's not funny. At first, no one noticed them. Figures moved along the street. Shadows passing beneath flickering lights. Something was off. The way they walked. Too stiff. Too smooth. Like they were copying movement instead of living it. Then one of them stopped. Slowly. Its head turned. Too far, and it looked at them. Its face wasn't right. It had all the parts. Eyes, mouth, skin. But they didn't sit correctly, like they'd been arranged from memory. Its smile stretched wider. Too wide. And then it sniffed the air. More heads turned. One by one. All across the street. All at once. The town went quiet. Completely silent. No footsteps. No voices. Just watching. The first creature moved. Its body shifted. Bones cracking beneath skin. Limbs bending in ways they shouldn't. Its jaw unhinged slightly. And something dark moved inside its mouth. Caleb grabbed Ethan's arm. We need to go. They ran. The moment they did, everything broke. The creatures moved all at once. Not chasing at first, converging. From alleys, from rooftops, from behind doors that opened too wide. As they ran, the illusions dropped. Skin peeled, faces split. Bodies expanded and twisted into things that no longer resembled anything human. One creature unfolded upward, its spine extending like a ladder of bone. Another split open along its torso, revealing rows of teeth where ribs should be. Something with too many eyes crawled along the walls, keeping pace with them. The town twisted around them. Roads bent. Corners led back to where they started. Doors appeared where there had been none. And everywhere, sign. No humans allowed. Repeated. Painted. Scratched into walls. Written in something darker. Caleb was crying now. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Ethan pulled him forward. You're not going to... Just keep moving. But even he didn't believe it. Because the creatures weren't slowing down. They were getting closer. Enjoying it. They found the sewer entrance by accident. a rusted grate half open. "Down!" Ethan shouted. They dropped into darkness. The smell hit instantly. Rot. Damp. Something older. The tunnels stretched endlessly. Narrow. Wet. Water dripped from above, echoing through the space in slow, uneven rhythms. For a moment, there was silence. Then, a sound. Behind them, something climbing down. They ran deeper, but the tunnels twisted, split, and suddenly, they weren't alone. Shapes emerged from the darkness. Larger, worse. Things that didn't even pretend to be human. A massive creature with a bloated, shifting body blocked the path ahead. Behind them, more closed in. Ethan pulled Caleb behind him, both shaking, both breathing hard. "Please," Caleb whispered. The creatures moved closer, slowly, surrounding them, closing the circle. Their eyes, if they had eyes, fixed on the boys, hungry, waiting. And then, one of them spoke. The creature that spoke didn't have a proper mouth. Its face was a shifting mass of folds and ridges, something like flesh trying to remember how to form features. But when it spoke, the voice was clear, almost gentle. "You shouldn't run." Ethan froze. Caleb clutched his arm tighter. "What?" Ethan whispered. The creature tilted its head. Around them, the others stilled, no longer closing in, no longer hunting, just watching. Something changed. The hunger in the room faded. Not gone, but withdrawn, like a predator lowering its claws. "You're scaring him," another voice said. This one came from the shadows behind them, smoother, almost human. Ethan turned slowly. A figure stepped forward, tall, thin, its body mostly human in shape, but wrong in the details. Its skin shimmered slightly, like something beneath it was moving independently. Its eyes were too deep, too knowing. "We're not going to hurt you," the figure said. Caleb shook his head violently. No, that's not true. You chased us." "Yes," it replied calmly. "Because you ran." Ethan blinked. "What?" The creature stepped closer. Not threatening, measured. "There are rules here," it said. "You broke one." Ethan swallowed. "We didn't mean to. We didn't even know." The creature tilted its head slightly. "You knew enough to be afraid." That hit harder than anything else, because it was true. Caleb's voice trembled. "What are you?" The creatures around them shifted subtly. Some straightened, some relaxed. And for the first time, none of them looked like they were about to attack. "We live here," the figure said simply. "That's not what I meant," Caleb snapped, panic breaking through. "What are you?" The figure paused, then asked something unexpected. "What do you think you are?" Ethan frowned. "Human." The word felt weaker as he said it. The creature didn't respond immediately. Instead, it studied them, both of them, carefully, like it was confirming something. "No," it said finally. "You're not." Ethan's chest tightened. "What are you talking about?" The creature stepped closer. Close enough now that Ethan could see the details beneath its skin. Movement. Constant. Subtle. "You crossed the boundary," it said. Ethan blinked. "Yeah?" The creature's expression, or what passed for one, shifted slightly. "No human has ever done that." Silence. Something stirred in Ethan's mind. A memory, old, half forgotten, their mother. The way she avoided certain questions. The way she used to say strange things when she thought they weren't listening. "You boys are different. You have to be careful. Not everyone will understand." Ethan's breath caught. Caleb gasped. Ethan turned and saw it. Caleb's arm. The skin was shifting, just slightly, like something beneath it was moving, trying to surface. "Ethan," Caleb whispered, voice breaking. "What's happening to me?" Ethan didn't answer, because his own reflection stared back at him in a pool of dark sewer water, and his eyes weren't right. You're hybrids, the figure said calmly. The word echoed. Wrong. Impossible. Half-born, it continued, of both sides. Ethan shook his head. No, that's not. You felt it, didn't you? The creature interrupted. The moment you arrived, Ethan froze, because he had that feeling. Like the town wasn't unfamiliar, like it had been waiting. We didn't chase you to kill you, the creature said. Another stepped forward, this one larger, more monstrous. Its voice deeper. We chased you because we thought you were lost. Caleb stared at them. Lost? The first creature nodded. You ran like prey. And that's what confused us. The distant sounds of the town echoed faintly through the tunnels now. No longer chaotic. No longer hunting. Just an alive. Existing. Together. Ethan looked around at the creatures. Rarely looked this time. They weren't fighting. They weren't competing. They were coexisting. Caleb's breathing slowed. So, what happens now? The creature extended a hand. Not quite human. Not quite anything. You stop running. Ethan stared at it. Fear still coiled tight in his chest. Something else had replaced the panic. Understanding. And something deeper. Recognition. Ethan took a slow breath, then reached out. Their hands met. And for the first time since entering the town, the fear eased. Not completely, but enough. Because the truth had settled in. They hadn't found this place by accident. They hadn't been trapped. They had been allowed in. Hours later, the town looked different. Not less terrifying. Just clearer. The creatures still moved through the streets. Still monstrous, still raw. But no longer hidden. And no longer hostile. A new sign hung at the edge of town. Old. Weathered. No humans allowed. Ethan stared at it, then glanced at Caleb. Guess that checks out. Caleb let out a shaky laugh. Yeah, but neither of them smiled for long. Because deep down, they both understood something else. They could stay. They could belong. But the human world, that might never feel like home again. Some places aren't meant to be found. Not because they're hidden, but because they're not meant for you. And sometimes, when you do find them, it's not because you got lost. It's because you were always meant to be there. The real question is, what happens when you realize you don't belong where you came from? If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because there are more stories like this, waiting. And some of them might already be closer than you think. Sleep well, and make sure you know what side of the line you're standing on.